Even Rihanna can't win every bet. LVMH built Rihanna a brand. It died in 21 months, but failures are where real strategy education lives. And first, follow me. My name is Natsu. I talk about the business of fashion. May 2019, Rihanna becomes the first black woman to lead an LVMH fashion house, and this is the first new LVMH brand in over 30 years. February 2021, it's shut down. Rihanna loses about $36 million. Now, three things went wrong, and Rihanna got one thing dead right. Let's break it down. Mistake one, wrong customer math. Now, let's compare it to beauty. Fenty Beauty. Beauty, it's a numbers game. A $40 lipstick, it can sell to anyone, a teenager, a nurse, a CEO, hundreds of millions of buyers. It's a big pond, it's easy to fish. Luxury, it is the opposite. Now, when we think about selling a $1,000 jacket, maybe you're going to reach 10 million buyers worldwide. Relatively, this is a tiny pond. And here's where Rihanna gets stuck. Dresses starting at $600, jackets starting at $1,300 plus. Relatively, this is too expensive for her fans. Shout out to her fans. But when we're thinking about the luxury crowd that buys Dior, buys Chanel, they're thinking this is too accessible. So what happens? You have a pond over here, you have a pond over there, and you're stuck in the middle and you're actually fishing in neither. Now, there's a lesson here. When you raise prices, you don't just lose the budget buyers, you also have to earn trust from the new ones. And that takes years. Fenty Maison didn't have years, they had months. Mistake two, no store, no story. Fenty Maison launched online and at one Paris pop up. No Saks, no Bergdorf, no flagship store anywhere. Look at how real luxury sells. It has hundreds of stores worldwide, pulling in around $40 million each year. The store is the brand. You walk in, a trained associate hands you a bag, tells you the heritage. That experience is what makes you pay $10,000 instead of 200 bucks. Selling $1,000 jacket online with no track record is absolute comedy. It's like selling somebody a Porsche with just a picture. You can't test drive it, you can't touch it, you can't feel it. Nobody trusts in the product yet. Now, there's a lesson here. In luxury, particularly, the store is so important to the success of brands. If you skip out on having stores, you're skipping on sales and you're skipping on the opportunity to build trust with customers. Mistake three, we'll call this a misalignment of expectations when it comes to brand building. What do I mean by this? Rihanna has a superpower of going fast. Beauty, it drops fast. There's viral moments, there's instant culture chasing, all that. Rihanna's a pop star, so she excels at this. Luxury, though, luxury goes slow. Luxury fashion, we're thinking heritage, hand stitching, Italian factories, decades of building a brand and staying patient. She was running a sprint and running a marathon at the same time. And let me be clear, I'm not saying that Rihanna could not run both these brands at the same time. I am saying, though, that it takes a certain type of mental switch to understand, hey, these are the executional needs to run a beauty business, and then these are the executional needs and strategic needs to build a luxury fashion house. Then I'd be remiss if I said COVID-19 did not play a factor. Travel bans, limiting your ability to travel to and from your factories, it's tough. There's a lesson here, though. Speed wins in some categories, and then patience and thoughtfulness wins in others. And as a business leader, it's up to you to match your tempo to what the business needs out of you. Now, I mentioned Rihanna got something dead right, and that is knowing when to stop. In February 2021, she paused Fenty Maison and put everything into Savage X Fenty, which hit $1 billion valuation that same month. And this is a lesson that we shouldn't discount. Most founders would have kept pouring money in. Rihanna refused to. A real operator, they treat their brands almost like a fund manager treats investments. You cut the loser and you feed the winner. Now, taken all together, what are my thoughts? One, I don't think this is broken, but I do think the execution was off. I do think that it was an unfortunate time to launch a business, and I'm not convinced that LVMH is the best partner here. But if Rihanna is interested in doing this a second time, I do think one, you need real stores. Two, you need a craftsmanship story. You need to build brand heritage. And then three, you need to figure out this pricing, maybe having accessories as an entry point, maybe reducing the price to be more accommodating towards aspirational buyers, or increasing the price to be truly known as a luxury brand that is exclusive. Now, while the original model did not work, I do think you can make the math work for this business with the right strategic decisions and with some adjustments to the business model. Now, although Rihanna lost $36 million from this business, do I deem it as a failure? Absolutely not. In this life, you live and you learn, you take the lessons from one business venture and you invest that into the next business venture. And although it's a hard decision to stop a business, I will give my kudos to Rihanna for stopping when she did. What would have been a failure is holding on for 2 more years to the dying business.